Hello and welcome to Sunshine Reports on Osrc Television. I am Obi Chukwemeka Oti. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has expressed his dedication to supporting families of fallen heroes at the launch of a 5 million naira emblem appeal fund to kick off 2026 Armed Forces Remembrance Day activities. At the event in Akure, the governor donated his 1 month salary to inaugurate the fund, honoring the courage and sacrifices of Nigerian defenders in wars, insurgencies, terrorism, and global peacekeeping missions. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole has details.
The 2026 Armed Forces Remembrance Day emblem appeal launch took place at the Conference Hall of the Governor's Office in Akure, signaling the start of official celebration activities. Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Sheikh Osamayi, welcomed attendees and called on stakeholders to back families of fallen heroes and incapacitated soldiers. She stated that the emblem appeal fund aims to generate resources for dependents of the deceased, surviving soldiers, and injured officers, fund rehabilitation, education, and commemorative programs.
We must continue to show our appreciation not only to those that have left the stage, but also to those still in active service, flying our nation's banner with pride in both domestic and international military engagements.
The chairman of the Nigerian Legion, Ondo State Command, retired Major Folorunso Akinboju, commended Governor Aiyedatiwa for steadfast support to veterans, widows, orphans, and dependents, and reaffirmed the Legion's focus on welfare through health, education, and financial programs. He requested a replacement patrol vehicle, passenger bus, and renovation of the State Legion office to boost operations.
All Nigerians and those with investment in Ondo State are encouraged to procure and the emblem and wear them with pride till January 15, 2026.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa stressed that Armed Forces Remembrance Day transcends ceremony, acting as a vital reminder of society's duty to families, widows, children, and dependents of those who sacrificed for freedom. He expressed gratitude to serving and retired officers, especially in counter-insurgency roles, vowing that their labors shall never be forgotten. Aiyedatiwa pledged ongoing recognition for their courage, urging active personnel to persist amid extraordinary demands.
This occasion further reassures our veterans and serving personnel that the labor of our heroes, dead and alive, shall never be in vain. Amen. Their services to Nigeria will always be acknowledged, respected, and remembered. This recognition serves as encouragement to those still in uniform, whose chosen career demands uncommon courage and sacrifice. Let me especially appreciate our security agencies for their professionalism and steadfast commitment to the protection of lives and property here in Ondo State.
Governor Aiyedatiwa, who explained that the event seeks to raise funds through emblem sales and donations for widows, dependents, and disabled veterans' welfare, reaffirmed his administration's season-focused priorities. He disclosed increased state financial aid to the Legion alongside other interventions. The governor called on the Nigerian Legion to rally members and widows into social intervention programs for the less privileged. Acknowledging retiree skill, he encouraged their roles in community security and ventures, while inviting corporations, NGOs, and individuals to share the load of veteran rehabilitation beyond government efforts.
I wish to reaffirm that the present administration, under my leadership in Ondo State, places the welfare of its citizens at the forefront of governance. We will continue to collaborate closely with the Nigerian Legion, the umbrella body of all legionnaires in the state, to improve the living conditions of our fallen heroes' families. We are not unmindful of the untold hardship borne by the wives, children, and dependents left behind. It is in recognition of this reality that the state government has increased its financial support to the Legion, in addition to other intervention windows available under this administration.
Governor Aiyedatiwa lauded Ondo State local government councils for reliably meeting statutory donations to the Nigerian Legion. He also recognized sustained contributions from individuals, public servants, organizations, and institutions over the years. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Public primary schools in Akure, the Ondo State capital, are coming under repeated attacks as hoodlums vandalize school buildings, destroy learning materials, and leave classrooms unsafe for students and teachers. These acts not only damage government property, but also threaten the future of education in the state. Our correspondent Adeomi Taiwo reports that the situation has sparked outrage among education stakeholders, with strong reactions coming from school authorities and the state's Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB. The report.
Broken doors, shattered windows, destroyed ceilings and vandalized furniture. These are the sights that now greet pupils and teachers in some public primary schools across Akure metropolis. According to findings, suspected hoodlums allegedly broke into school premises during the night, wreaking havoc on classrooms, offices, and in some cases cutting away valuable items meant for teaching and learning. Affected school include St. Francis RCM Primary School, Okepad, St. Martin's Primary School, St. Paul Primary School, Idiagbatitun, St. Luke Primary School, Salvation Primary School, Odokoyi, St. Joseph Primary School, and St. Patrick Primary School, Okearo. The head teachers lamented the level of destruction, describing it a major setback to quality education. They urged governments to come to their aid by providing security and ensure the school property are put in order.
Soliciting for the help of the government to come to our aid concerning this in-laws. Maybe they can provide the night guard for us. And the night guard that we are going to need is those people that will have guns. Because those in-laws that they actually come to our school, they have guns. And our fence have been collapsed during the rain storm.
We are hereby appeal to our state governor, His Excellency Governor Lucky Orimsayidatila, to please come to our aid in Akure South. It is getting out of hand.
One of the teachers in St. Francis RCM Primary School, Mrs. Jumoke Ayeni, blamed poor security and social challenges for the rise in vandalism. She urged government to provide the schools with learning materials, as the hoodlums have taken away most of the school properties.
It really makes us sad. We don't even know where to start from. We don't know at all. We didn't meet any textbook here. Even they let you know that we're left here. All our records, we didn't meet anything. They packed away and took them away. So we don't know where to start from. We are really tired. In fact, it really weighs us down.
Reaching to the development, the chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, Mr. Victor Olabinton, condemned the act, describing perpetrators criminal and unacceptable. Mr. Olabinton assured that measures are being put in place to repair the damaged facilities, while efforts would be intensified to prevent a reoccurrence. He urged communities to take ownership of the schools and help protect them.
Government on its part will see how we can mount security in some of these schools, particularly using Amotekun and the civil defense. At least to be watching those schools both day and night. This property belongs to government and we must not allow it to be destroyed. I'm using this opportunity to appeal to all our people that lives in Okearo area, Idiagbatutu area, that lives in Odoikoyi, that lives in Ayedun, that lives in all these other places along the stadium and other areas. We are appealing to them, all parents, all people that live there. The schools around you belongs to you. Please monitor it.
As pupils continue to learn amid damaged structures, the call for urgent intervention grows louder. Stakeholders believe that protecting public schools is crucial to safeguarding the future of education in Ondo State. Adewumi Taiwo, OSRC News.
Now, as part of its corporate social responsibility, the chairman of Akure South Local Government Area, Benga Fashua, has presented a set of chairs and a marble table to the Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OSRC. Receiving the items, the Director General of OSRC, Mr. Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, appreciated the gesture and urged for more corporate social responsibility initiatives from individuals and organizations. Blessing Obe tells us more.
It was a demonstration of social responsibility as the Akure South local government presented a set of chairs and a table to the Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OSRC, in recognition of the station's role in public enlightenment and community development. It was also a part of efforts to strengthen collaboration between government institutions and the media. The presentation ceremony attracted representatives of the Akure South local government, members of OSRC management and other stakeholders. Presenting the items, the chairman of Akure South local government, Benga Fashua, said the donation was a way of giving back to institutions that contribute meaningfully to societal development through information dissemination and public service.
It's a signal to show to the entire community, entire local government, and of course the state at large, that this year we want to give back. It's going to be community driven, people centered. We see what is being done at the state level. This born our interest to say we must be able to communicate our interest and support to institutions that are doing so well. And one of it is OSRC. Before now, I know the level, the stage, this station was, and of course what it is now. That communicates the reason why we say we must be able to show forth our interests, our part, so that when it becomes an history, will be part of right history to be expressed. This station is doing so well. Right now, we can see the advancement here under the leadership of the DG. That's why we say we must be able to bring a good gesture for the new season of the new era to complement the good job that is being done here.
In his response, the Director General of OSRC, Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, expressed appreciation for the gesture, describing it as timely and encouraging, while calling on other well-meaning individuals and organizations to support the state-owned media organization.
Corporate social responsibility is one of the core values of any organization, whether you're public service or private sector. And what has been done to date for us by Akure South is one of the things that even me, I value. Because if you understand that since I've been here, all I've been doing is calling on friends to support us. And that's what has been demonstrated by the chairman of Akure South, Donald Fashua. And for me, I think every one of us should appreciate that relationship matters. And if you keep good relationship, people will always support you. And for me to be here is not my own private business, government business. But for people to be coming to say, okay, I want to do something for the station, every one of us appreciate it. And we will always appreciate every one of us. Every other person that feels that we need something here and there, and they're able to put something down. So we call on individual. It's a government enterprise, but then government alone cannot do it. So people should come and see what we have, see where you can make a difference.
The presentation underscores the importance of collaboration, community support, and the strengthening of relationships between government institutions and the media in advancing effective public service delivery. Blessing Obi, OSRC News.
Second-hand wares, also known as Bend Select, have revolutionized Nigerian fashion with their affordability and style. From bustling markets to trending boutiques, Okrika shops line the streets of Akure, catering for a diverse crowd seeking quality clothing at unbeatable prices. OSRC's Sunday Adeyanju reports that Bend Select has become an integral part of the Ondo State capital's fashion scene. Sunday Adeyanju now brings us the report.
In Nigeria, the evolution of Bend Select, popularly known as Okrika, tells a compelling story of survival, enterprise and fashion ingenuity. What started as a practical response to the high cost of new wares has grown into one of the country's most vibrant informal businesses, involving thousands of traders and supporting millions of consumers nationwide. Across Nigeria, Bend Select is known by different names. In Lagos, it is commonly called Okrika or Tokumbo. In the southeast, it is known as Akube. Parts of the north, traders refer to it as Gongo, while in south, it is widely called Bend Select. Despite the different names, the businesses follow the same pattern and the scale is massive. Estimates suggest that between 60 and 80% of Nigerians rely on second-hand clothing as their primary source of apparel, making Bend Select one of the most widely patronized segments of the fashion market. Major trading hubs of Lagos, Kano, Aba, Onitsha, and Port Harcourt, thousands of traders are directly involved, while many more are living as importers, transporters, loaders, tailors, and market assistants.
It's last than the new ones, and it's okay. The quality is so superb than the new ones because it's imported ones. You know, some people is not even most of the people is not used to one. You know, they pack, maybe if they clear their store there, they practice as clearance in the store. Maybe at the end of the year, they just clear it out. So it's more quality than the new ones, and most of it doesn't work.
Nigeria is estimated to spend over $120 million annually on used clothing imported into the country. Though largely informal, the trade runs into tens of billions of naira, circulating money daily within local markets and communities. In Akure, Okrika shops lying in streets from busy traditional market to emerging fashion clusters, serving residents in search of affordable and durable clothing. These second-hand garments, mostly sourced from Europe and America, are sorted by quality to guide pricing. Grade A items are almost new, Grade B slightly used, while Grade C shows visible wear, allowing buyers to choose according to their budget. Over time, what was once stigmatized as clothing for the poor has become socially acceptable and even fashionable. Today, Bend Select attracts buyers across all social classes, including wealthy, who value quality, durability, and uniqueness.
I prefer Okrika than new one. Me, I used to buy Okrika for my children because it's too last.
Package is nice, but we are good to go.
What about the quality?
Everything doesn't matter in the aspect of these things. It depends on how you maintain it. Even though if you buy original, you don't know how to maintain it. If I buy this one for $100, you can use it for 2 years.
Beyond fashion and affordability, experts draw attention to health considerations. Medical practitioners warn that second-hand clothes can carry germs, fungi, and skin-infecting organisms if not properly handled. They advise buyers to thoroughly wash, disinfect, and iron used clothes before wearing them, due to the risk of skin infections and allergies. Meanwhile, local designers continue to innovate, combining thrift pieces with indigenous fabrics like Ankara and Ashoki, creating styles that reflect Nigeria's cultural identity while keeping costs low. As the cost of new clothing continues to rise, demand for Bend Select keeps growing, reinforcing its place in Nigeria's economy. Sunday.
Now talking sports, Ondo State Commissioner for Youth Development and Sports, Henry Omoyafumi, has appealed to protesting sports unions, coaches and athletes to embrace dialogue and unity following a protest at the Ondo State Sports Complex, Akure. The protest, which briefly disrupted activities at the facility, was staged over appointment of Mrs. Evelyn Levy as acting general manager of Ondo State Sports Council. Addressing the matter with the management of Ondo State Sports Council, Omoyofumi said grievances were legitimate in a democratic society, but grounding of activities at the complex was unacceptable. He said the protest was largely a result of misinformation and inadequate engagement, adding that consultations with critical stakeholders had since been held to address the raised concerns. And that's all. Share reports. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.